What's up, everyone? Welcome back to King Anime Review, and for this video, I will be reviewing episode 224 of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, titled The Legend of the Monster Cat. And this episode was, once again, a tuning exams match, and it was between Iwabee and Wasabi. And they might as well rename these tuning exams the forfeit exams, because last week we had Inogen doing something stupid that cost them the match, and this week we have Iwabee doing something stupid that cost them the match. So, yeah, Iwabee, essentially, he basically did just, he could have won the match probably, but he was so motivated to try to prove to Wasabi that she could achieve her goals. And because basically what the whole thing of the episode was, the whole story of the episode was, Wasabi, she was, doubtful in her abilities to live up to her family's expectations, because she comes from a clan where they aren't that, successful. They only become chunin when they are adults. So like, it's, she's probably, like, her family's hoping that she's going to be the youngest chunin in her family, the person to become a chunin at the youngest age in her family. They have high hopes for her, and her grandmother gave her a scroll that was the legendary jutsu that was passed down through her clan. And Wasabi didn't believe that she had the ability to use that jutsu. Now, she said something weird in the episode. She said that she tried to, and, she said basically she tried to use the jutsu before, but it didn't work or something like that. And that was kind of weird to me because, I guess it didn't work because she didn't believe in herself. That was pretty much the point. But yeah, she did basically say that she used it. She tried to before. And Iwabee said, of course, it's impossible for it to work because you don't believe in yourself. And yeah, so yeah, basically she was like she went into her match with Iwabee with the attitude of her, basically with the attitude of, kind of being, kind of underestimating herself. Iwabee was talking about his goal of becoming Hokage, and she basically said people like them, ordinary shinobi who don't come from special clans, aren't, they can't become Hokage. And Iwabee was basically, he basically said, I refuse to give up on my dream, and what clan you come from essentially doesn't matter. That's pretty much what he was saying. He basically was saying it's about the individual and their hard work. And yeah, he basically refused to give up on his dream of becoming Hokage. And yeah, he got her to use her clan's legendary jutsu, which was to basically, because he basically he created a huge, like, cat, a huge, like, stone cat, and he wasted all his chakra doing that because essentially Wasabi, she had a flashback with her grandmother, and her grandmother, she was telling her about the legendary cat. At first she said it was as large as a tree, then she said it was as big as a house, then she said it was as big as a mountain. And yeah, because of that led Wasabi to thinking that her grandmother was just, dreaming about that, she was just dreaming about that legend, and it wasn't really true, because she kept on, changing, like she kept on saying it was different sizes or whatever. And so, yeah, that was a nice little flashback and gave some insight as to why Wasabi was doubtful about being able to do the jutsu. But also, she didn't really, like, she said her goal was to become a great shinobi or whatever, but she didn't desire to become Hokage. She was kind of underestimating herself, thinking that just because she came from a weaker clan, or a clan that wasn't that, famous or special, that she couldn't become Hokage. And now, first, she was saying, like, becoming Hokage isn't the only, thing there is, basically, like, that's not the only goal to, strive for, and that's actually true. Iwabee was basically saying, that's, basically that's the ultimate goal. Why wouldn't you want to become Hokage type of thing? And Wasabi was like, yeah, you're just dreaming. You can never become Hokage or whatever. But Iwabee was determined to, disprove her notion and disprove her idea about that. Now, Wasabi was right in the sense that becoming Hokage, getting that title, that's not like the only thing for Shinobi to strive for. That's not the only, significant thing you could do as a Shinobi. And is in reality, it's just a title. I mean, Boruto, he's extremely strong. He's strong enough to be Hokage right now if he wanted to be. In fact, I would say he's even stronger than Naruto. But that's not his goal. He wants to be a Shinobi like Sasuke. And by the way, Sasuke is technically the Hokage. I mean, even Naruto considers Sasuke to be the other Hokage because Sasuke is the Hokage from the shadows, protecting the village from the shadows like a true Hokage should. And that's Sasuke's ideal. That's Sasuke's idea of being Hokage anyways. That's what he was talking about in the Final Valley when he fought Naruto, that what a true Hokage ought to be is a true Hokage ought to protect the village from the shadows without getting all the, without having all of the fame and fortune. So, yeah, that was the case with that. So I think Wasabi was right as far as her whole thing about Hokage. As far as her idea of that not being the most important thing, or not everybody needs to have that same goal. And yeah, but she was wrong about, the whole thing with her just because she's from a clan that's not that, not that famous or not that, special. She was wrong about that being something that restricts her from being Hokage. Because just like Iwabee was actually right when he said it's mainly about hard work and stuff. It's about the individual, because there's at least one Hokage like Minato. He's not from any special clan. And actually you can say two, because Kakashi, he's not from a special clan either. The Hatake, first of all, I don't even know if that's even a clan, or like, we haven't heard any members of the Hatake clan. So I don't think Kakashi came from a special clan at all, and neither did Minato. So Namikaze, that's not a special clan that we've ever heard about. So it's not really about what clan you come from. It's not like all Hokage are from special clans. So yeah, that's not really an important thing. However, Iwabee is not going to become Hokage, most likely because Sorda is striving to be Hokage, and obviously she has a way better chance of being Hokage than Iwabee. So yeah, his little goal is not going to come true. He's essentially the Kiba of this generation. He has the dream of becoming Hokage, just like how Kiba dreamed of becoming Hokage, and he kept on claiming he was going to be Hokage ever since part 1, ever since he was a kid. But he ended up not being successful because he was up against Naruto, who had a way better chance of becoming Hokage. And it's not just because he came from a special clan or whatever. It's also a lot of that had to do with the hard work that he put in and stuff. But yeah, that's the case with that. I mean, of course, being from having, certain genes and Kekkei Genkai and stuff, that does help out. I'm not saying that that's irrelevant or anything, but you still need to put in the hard work to master your abilities regardless. So anyways, that's basically what the episode was about. The episode was essentially about Iwabee being frustrated with Wasabi's Wasabi underestimating herself, and thinking that just because she's from a weaker clan that she can't achieve something as great as becoming Hokage. And Iwabee essentially was so annoyed by her doubt in herself that he created that. He wasted all of his chakra, creating a huge earth style, stone style cat that was almost the size of, that was a huge cat, because essentially her cat, the cat that from the legend that she was talking about, was supposed to be as big as a mountain. And Iwabee said, I'm going to create a cat as big as a mountain to basically show you that anything is possible if you believe in yourself and with hard work or whatever. So that's what Iwabee did. He created a huge stone cat, and then what ended up happening was the head of the cat almost fell onto him. Like, he fell down, he collapsed because he used too much chakra to create that stone cat. And then Wasabi, in the effort to save him, she actually did finally find the motivation to use that jutsu, the legendary monster jutsu. And she was the legendary monster cat jutsu. And she was able to use a jutsu, and then she saved Iwabee. She stopped that huge stone head of the cat that Iwabee created with Earth Style from crushing Iwabee. And yeah, she used her new legendary monster cat jutsu to stop it and to destroy the rock before it could hit Iwabee. So basically, yeah, she destroyed the giant stone, you know, the giant stone boulder that almost fell on Iwabee. So, and then like as far as how the jutsu looked, it looked like a very powerful jutsu. It actually looked like a mini cat Susanoo. Like it looked like a mini cat Susanoo. That's the best way I could describe it. And yeah, it looked like a pretty powerful jutsu. I mean, yeah, granted, like it looked like a tinier Susanoo, but you know, in a cat-like version. So yeah, that was cool. And then after that, you know, Wabe, he couldn't continue the match because he overused his chakra. Wasabi became the winner, so that pretty much confirms that she is a Chunin. She became the winner, and then she got mad that Wabe couldn't continue the match, and she didn't want to win like that. But she said that she basically, at the end of the episode, she said that her eyes, Wabe had opened her eyes, and basically that he was right about that stuff that he was saying. And yeah, other than that, we also got the confirmation that like I said in my last review, I said that I think Shinky and his teammates are going to be revealed to all be Chunin. I was correct about that. So Shinky and his teammates, they came to watch the match. They talked to Chocho and Sarda said, you guys are already Chunin, right? And then they said, yeah, we've been Chunin for a while. And they said that you guys are slow. So maybe their Chunin exams, I thought their Chunin exams were taking place around the same time as these, but maybe they took place a decent amount earlier. I don't know. As far as how Sarda knew that, I don't know. Maybe they took place before, because it was an episode back during the car actuation arc where they went to the Hidden Sand Village. So maybe they were already tuning at that point, and maybe Sarda learned that they were already tuning at that point. I'm pretty sure she went to the Hidden Sand Village with them. So yeah, probably she learned that at that time. But yeah, all of Shinky, Yodo, and Araya are all tuning already. They came to watch the tuning exams, but they're already tuning. They said that Gara basically told them to come watch. And also Shinky looked at Kawaki. He didn't say anything to him. I'm hoping that we're gonna see them interact in the next episode, or probably sometime during this arc. I want to see those two characters interact. Kawaki's still standing off, not really talking to anybody. You know, being his usual self, I guess. And yeah, and then also at the end of the episode, they show Miski and Boruto tracking down Amato, and yeah, they found out where Amato was apparently. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened in the episode. And then for the preview, they show Amato talking to a group of people. So like I said, I said either in my last review or in the review before that those people who kidnapped Amato might be outer core members. And maybe that's why they kidnapped him, because I can't think of anybody else who would want to kidnap Amato. Maybe they're outer core members, and that's probably why Amato was just, you know, casually talking to him during the preview. It didn't seem like he was in danger or anything. So yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with that. And Boruto and Miski, they look like they're, you know, getting close to figuring out what's going on with Amato, so that's cool. And yeah, so that's pretty much what happened with that stuff. Also, it was revealed that it's going to be Chocho versus Sarda. And from the preview, I'm going to wait and see what happens with the fighting stuff, obviously. But from the preview, well, yeah, I guess I'll just wait and see what happens with the fight. Sarda says she's prepared for it and all that. Sarda should win this fight easily. But I'll wait and see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, so that's the case with that. Now, with all of that being said, yeah, that's what happened in the episode. So, overall, I would say that this is, I'll give it a 9 out. Well, in terms of story, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 in terms of story. Now, just like in my last review, I had a tiny little problem with how the match ended, because Inogen, he could have won the match if he wasn't, you know, doing something unnecessary that he didn't need to do, which was explaining how he ended up catching Hoki in the mind transfer jutsu, which was very unnecessary for him to do. So I took off a point for that. And likewise, in this episode, I'm taking off a point because I really like everything about the episode. It is in Iwabee's character. Iwabee is that type of character who doesn't like it when people put down his goals and stuff like that. And he is, a very passionate character, and he does care about other people. So him, helping Wasabi realize that, basically helping Wasabi stop underestimating herself and realize that she can perform the jutsu if she just believed in herself. That's very in character for Iwabee to do. Also, him, he did, not only did he do that, but also he also proved that he pretty much, debunked her idea of, her limitations. Like he proved to her that she could do whatever if she just believed in herself, she could perform the jutsu, pretty much is what he did. Now, in the same sense, he was also trying to prove to himself that he can, that if he can do whatever, he can achieve his goals as well. Like it's possible for him to achieve his goals as well. Now, the small little problem I have is the fact that him doing that actually cost him the match, which is actually, if he is, aspiring to be Hokage, he shouldn't have cost himself the match. Like he should have he should have tried to take her down, and he should have done everything he could have to try to beat her, because he is determined to become Hokage. Now I get it; it's in character for him to want to help people, and it's also in character for him to be very, very stubborn and prove that he can achieve his goals, and he doesn't like it when people are, bashing his goals and stuff like that, etc. Like I said, I do have a small little problem with the fact that he didn't try to finish her off when he had the chance, and instead he literally just wasted all of his chakra. So yeah, I have a problem with that. So for that, I got to take off a point. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Well, actually, I'll give it an 8.5. I'll take off a point and a half, because it's kind of a little bit. It's actually even worse than what Inogen did, because the guy literally just wasted his chakra. And yeah, I'll give it an 8.5 for the story. For the art, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 for the artwork and a 9 out of 10 for the animation. I didn't really notice any problems with the artwork or the animation. That was pretty good for the episode. And yeah, so overall, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 overall. So yeah, overall 9 out of 10 overall for the episode. And yeah, it was another pretty good episode of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. And with that being said, if you guys like the video, please drop a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that channel notification bell to be notified on all my future videos. Drop me a comment and let me know what you thought of the review and of the video in the comment. Of the review and of the episode in the comment section below. And share the video all over the internet. With that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.